So, you know, one day I get a phone call from David, I don't know if you remember, he says, I'm reading this thing about, you know, the era where you know, I know you love Dickens, you know, and Dickens was like the modern day, I guess, Hemingway, a drunk writer or something like this. And
it was a lot of things.
okay. And he says, you know, there was this, and we had finished the Curacao.
Right.
And I've learned a lot about this thing because at the time, we'll talk about Curacao later. And he says, you know, Alexandre, I'm reading more and more about this 1800s pineapple rum.
Well, I was kind of keeping after you about this, I
Totally.
have to say.
You
I
were
was bugging him. It's
Yeah.
like, can we have pineapple rum? They used to have pineapple rum in the 19th century, and it features strongly in Dickens's Pickwick Papers. And I always hated Dickens because I was forced to read him in junior high school. And then I later picked up the Pickwick Papers, and it was one of the most charming and funny books I'd ever read. And there's this character who was a hypocritical preacher who was always drinking pineapple rum, which was clearly the good stuff. And it's like, why don't we have pineapple rum? And I looked into it and I said, Alexandre, you know, you like rum, you make rum, can we do a pineapple rum? He goes, I don't know, flavored rums, no. It's like, you know, I like you, but no. And that went on for a while.
That's true.
Saying, you know, it's like, what about that pineapple rum? It's like, maybe next year.
That's true. I remember you called the first time and you said, Alexandre, I'm reading this thing.
Yeah.
And if somebody makes it, it's got to be you. It's got to be because we want it natural. We want the real thing. Remember
because they used to make it, you know, they would slice up pineapples and put it in the barrel of Jamaican rum before they shipped it. And that was all they did.
And so he's like, you got it. And I remember my first reaction because we just finished the Curacao, and I said, yeah, David, maybe we should make a blue Curacao. You know, as well. And he's like, remember? I'm like, yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
I'm like trying to like, you know, why not these guys? And he says, okay, I see what you're saying. I'm sending you documents and recipes. Remember?
Yeah,
like
but
this.
now you got to say what you actually did, because this is how crazy Alexandre is. I say they sliced up pineapples and put them in the barrel of rum. You've got barrels of rum. You can get a pineapple and put it in there. Let's, you know, try it and see if it's any good, because you know they haven't made that in like 100 years. And this is what happens. It's kind of like lighting the fuse, and then you just got to run.
So I am the bomb, you know, this one. So what happened? He knows how to do this for sure. And, you know, I call David my spirit shrink, you know, but I think it works the other way. And he's going like that. And so I'm really thinking, and remember, David, you sent me some old patent.
Yeah.
I'm going to read off the names because the fact that Stiggins Fancy came from any documents called this is surprising and shocking. The 1824 English Journal of Patent and Inventions and the 1844 Journal of Agricultural Society. Right?
No, so that's the weapons that David has on. That's like his weapons. He's got like these books, you know, and so on. And he comes and he sends that to me. And you know, my imagination got boiling, you know, and then when I get like this, my wife is here, Debbie, she knows, she's very patient, because these moments are like difficult, you know, and I'm there. And you know, some recipes called for the skin of the pineapple, but they didn't tell you what to do. You know, in the old days, a lot of the patents were done in a way to protect you, but they didn't tell you really how it was made, so you wouldn't copy them. And so, you know, so really, you have a patent, but you have nothing really.
Yeah,
You just have elements that if you copy it, you can say, haha, you've done what I do. And so they were using the skin of the pineapple. I'm like, okay, skin of the pineapple. Remember, we finished the Curacao, we're distilling the skin. And I'm like, okay, I know grapes very well, cane very well, you know, not orange as well. I don't know anything about pineapple. So I have a friend who works at Rungis. I don't know, you guys know Rungis? Yeah. It's like this incredible food market. If you've ever been, you tell us it's only open to professionals. You got all the restaurateurs next go to Paris. It's miles and miles. You got specialists of everything you can think about in a restaurant. So of course there's the pineapple guy. And this pineapple guy, he just lives by pineapples. And I said, you know, I want to know everything about pineapple. And he's like, okay, you got 3 years? I said, well. I said, I'll take you to the countries, you travel with me. You know, these French obsessive guys. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? Why don't you send like a different parcel of pineapple in Cognac at the distillery every day, and then I'll tell you when to stop. So different varieties. So, you know, at first the team, you know, because we shared, some of you came to visit us, we live in, it's on a farm, and our kitchen is a kitchen for the whole people. We have breakfast together and things together. So, you know, it's just, and so every morning, pineapple for breakfast. So, you know, at first the guys are like, this is cool, we're having pineapple, it's nice, you know, like 10 days later, pineapple. My stomach, you know, I'm like getting sour, you know, and we taste it, but more importantly, we smell it. I want the skin to be aromatic. Because